All right, so the next homework 2. Again, this is on Go Formative, and the first problem is multiple choice asking you to different name of angle ABC. So angle ABC is right here. That's the angle right here. So I'm going to check each one to see if they work. So ABE is not that angle because that's this one. GBD. GBD, that's this angle, so that's not the one. Next one is FBG, so that's this angle, but it doesn't really matter is it big arc or small arc, it's still representing the same angle. I can also check EBC, that's this angle right here, or that one, but it's not the one they're asking for, so the answer for this will be C. Okay. Next problem, asking us to name the triangle. So triangle that has two sides the same. That is called isosceles. So two sides the same isosceles triangle. This triangle, and I made a mistake when I was doing this because I didn't look at it exactly. This has one line, two lines, and three lines. That means each side is different. This is called scalene triangle. Why I made a mistake? Because it looks like it's isosceles, but be careful. It doesn't mean it is because you're really looking for the markings on it, okay? And this whole thing, they said it's square, so square has all sides equal. And if I cut it in half like they did, it's going to form two isosceles triangles. So those two are equal, and that side is different, and those two are equal, and that side is different. So two isosceles triangles. Okay, patterns. This will help us later on with factoring and how to recognize patterns. So 5 and 2 will total give me of 7. So 5 plus 2 is 7, and then 5 times 2 is 10. So let's see if that one works, or like 10 divided by 2 is 5. But I think multiplication and addition is a little bit easier than dividing and subtracting, so we're going to use addition and multiplication. So let's say it works for every one of them. 2 plus 3 is a 5, yes. Is 2 times 3 6, yes. Negative 1 plus negative 4. That is negative 5. Now, if you have problems with adding negative, think about money. You have to give me $1 and you have to give me 4 more. That means the total you have to give me is $5. And because you're giving it to me, that's negative for you. And then if I multiply negative 1 times negative 4, two negative multiply by each other will give me positive. So that's positive 4. So what's the rule? If this is A, so any number, and this is B, any number, the bottom one is A plus B, and the top one is A times B. So knowing this, now we can go on and try to solve those. So 3 plus 5 is 8, and 3 times 5 is 15. Negative 2 plus negative 1 is negative 3. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. Negative 2 times negative 1. Okay, now this one was going backward. So sometimes it's easy to look at the sum, but most of the time you probably want to look at the product of it. So if I split 8 you can write as 8 times 1 or 2 times 4. And then you can look at the pairs. Is 8 plus 1 or 8 minus 1 give me 6? No. So that pair will not work. But 2 plus 4 will give me 6. So 2 plus 4 is 6, and 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, 8 and half. So 8 plus half is 8.5. And 8 times half is 4, because it's really asking you uh, if you multiply something by half, that means what's half of 8? that is 4. Okay, that one was also going backwards, and since it has negative, that's make it a little bit complicated. So I put all the factors of 12. So 12 can be represented as 1 times 12, or 2 times 6, or 3 times 4. If I would go on, the next number, I went 1, 2, 3, right? The next number will be 4. But since I use it already, I am not going to repeat myself. So I know that's it. That's how far I can go. So now I can do adding or subtracting, because if you notice, adding to negative number makes it negative. So 12 plus or minus 1, is that will ever give me to negative 7. Or 1 minus 12, is that will give me to negative 7. No, it's not going to work. 2 plus 6, is that going to give me 7? No. Is 6 minus 2? No. Or 2 plus negative 6? No. It will not and never get me to 7. But 3 plus 4, I know it's positive 7. The only thing I need is negative. So if I want opposite number of the one that I know how to create by adding two numbers, I basically need to change each of those to opposite signs. So it was positive 3, well, negative 3, it was positive 4, it's negative 4. So I really have negative 3 minus 4, that is negative 7. And that's what I'm using. Negative 4 times negative 3, two negatives multiplied to positive 12. So that is the equation. The next one is what's wrong with the argument. So the argument is saying that monkeys like bananas. And then Sarah likes bananas. So they're concluding from two pieces of information that Sarah is a monkey. What's wrong with it? Well, they are assuming that everyone who likes bananas is a monkey. And that is not true. So that's why this assumption is not correct. Okay, now Venn diagram. This part of the diagram talks about studies. The person that studies for class studies a lot for class. The person that has long hair, and this will be the person that has long hair and studies for class. So we have few people here. There's Carol here. Rarely study and enjoy braiding her long hair. So we know she has long hair, but she doesn't like to study. So she would go on only on the side for long hair. Bob, never do homework and have crew cut, which means short. Okay, so he doesn't study and he doesn't have long hair. So Bob goes outside of both sets. Pedro, I love joining after school study teams to prepare for tests, and I like being bold. So he doesn't have a long hair, but he likes to study. So Pedro will go to set 1. And then Toby here is really love playing in my heavy metal band, but now when I'm enrolled at MIT, I have to study all the time and don't have much time to play. So we know he studies a lot. And then my mom really wishes that I could cut my long messy hair. So not only he has to study, he studies a lot. He also has long hair, so he belongs to the intersection of two sets. Okay, that was homework 2 for you guys. Hope this was helpful.